on different sides of the globe. They've been preparing for this moment. The pressure of a single elimination tournament. The Jamaican fighting to reclaim gold.
Oh, big shots in. And he's taken down.
And to show a nation's youth that when you dream big,
work hard, never give up.
Anything is possible. One shot at greatness. Jackson versus Koreshkov.
Orlando, our host city for the first round. We're here at the iconic Universal Studios in Orlando. 25 nations, 64 fighters, 6 different continents represented in our world tournament here in 2025. It is an international affair, even here in the broadcast booth. That's Randy Couture. He's an American like me. One of the British legends of the game, Dan Hardy. Happy to be with my guys for the entire 2025 tournament.
Tail the tape for the first bout of the evening. Nathan Kelly, Tae-Kyun Kim. Kelly, 27 years of age. The Korean Kim is 31. Kim, also the taller fighter here, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. Kelly weighed in 1 pound heavier, and the reach advantage goes to Tae-Kyun Kim. Let's pick up the action in round 1.
Kelly's got to watch out for that head kick.
Kim flashing the jab.
Overhead left landed. Kim has dropped Nathan Kelly. Look at that. Kelly threw his legs up, tried to grab an armbar or a triangle, had to give up his back, and now Kim flattening out Nathan Kelly.
Both these guys, great submission artists. Both have significant submissions in their fight record, in their wins.
Oh, here comes the
naked.
Rear naked attempt. It's on the jaw. Tight squeeze from Kim. He'll have to let it go and settle for mount.
There's some blood coming from somewhere as well. I think
it's from Kelly.
Yes.
The first artwork for the night. A little abstract, but I like it.
Tell you what, Nathan Kelly recovered relatively quickly after being dropped. Kim came in for the ground and pound, and Kelly was already attacking.
Call that a flash. You get hit, and the second your butt hits the mat, you know exactly where you're at. He certainly did. Went for that triangle choke. Kim doing good enough when he came down not to get caught in that and have it tight.
Short choke attempt here from Kim. It's just a neck crank for now. Nathan Kelly's got to address it, though.
Right eye of Nathan Kelly is where the cut is and where the blood's coming from.
Doing a good job fighting the hands is Kelly.
Little neck crank by Kim, trying to find his way under Nathan Kelly's chin to sink that choke in deep. Kelly doing a great job of hand fighting, protecting his neck.
These cranks and these squeezes make it so that you can't, as the fighter underneath defending, you can't mount any offense. You can't improve your position. You always have to address those chokes and those cranks and that pain.
That blood is making that a little slicker. That's going to allow that arm to sink in a little easier and make it harder for Nathan Kelly to keep him off of his throat and off those carotid arteries.
Kim decided to try and snake the left arm in under the chin. Got a little bit deeper there, but Kelly appears to be reacting calmly. Not in any trouble, any serious trouble.
That's deep.
Oh,
that's nasty.
That's
Switched it again. There's the squeeze.
He's going to go out.
Kelly went out. The fight is over. Tae-Kyun Kim advances in the PFL World Tournament.
Kim rushes in. There's that flash knockdown that Randy Couture was talking about. Kim swarms him, circles to his back, sinks in the body triangle, and then there's the rear naked choke. Wow, what a beautiful finish. And Kelly went to sleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner via rear naked choke at 4:53 in round 1, and advancing to the semifinal of the PFL Featherweight World Tournament, Tae-Kyun Kim!
The 4th submission victory of Tae-Kyun Kim's career. Second bout of the evening takes place in the welterweight bracket. Giannis Bashar and Masayuki Kikuiri. Bashar out of Greece is 34 years of age. Kikuiri 5 years younger. Bashar, the taller fighter here, also weighed in slightly heavier, but the longer arms belong to Masayuki Kikuiri. Let's pick up the action in round number 2. Body shot there from Bashar. An exchange of jabs. They both rock back. Nice long jab from Kikuiti, but he ate a calf kick. Body kick from Kikuiti. There's the big hooks again from Giannis Bashar. Big takedown here.
This is better with the head position. Bashar goes for the wizard kick, doesn't get it. Level change there by Kikuiti.
Very nice level change by Kikuiti. Almost a slide by Greco-Roman technique there almost.
I think Bashar needs to step up his aggression a little bit here. He needs to work hard to get off the fence. He's going to keep taking those knees to the midsection.
Elbow from Kikuiti as he backs out. Shovel uppercut from Giannis Bashar trying to start a combination. Kikuiti won't let him have the distance he wants. A couple of jabs here sneaking through for the fighter out of Japan, and a good rip to the body with that left hand.
Nice drive.
Beautiful double.
Good balance by Bashar. Kikuiti continuing to hunt for it and finally gets it. 1 minute left in round number 2. Masayuki Kikuiti now working on top. Bashar trying to switch him over.
Nice reversal attempt by Bashar, but Kikuiti not having it. Double underhooks by Kikuiti.
Dan was talking about the head position battle. Giannis Bashar has an interesting spot for his head when they're chest to chest. He doesn't try to put it under the chin. He kind of hangs it out over the shoulder of Masayuki Kikuiti.
I'm kind of wondering whether he's looking at the feet of his opponent, though. That's why I was thinking the same thing, Sean. And I don't know whether it's because of the judo, the trips and reaps. Oh, good balance to land on top.
Kikuiti tried to do a big throw. Bashar with the hips gets on top as round 2 comes to a close. Round 3. Giannis Bashar not getting up off the stool here to start round 3. The fight is over.
Wow. You know, I saw him breathing heavy in the first round.
His knees dislocated, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner via TKO after 5 minutes of round 2, Masayuki Kikuiti.
Let's get back to more of the 2025 PFL World Tournament from the iconic Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Time now to take a look at the tail of the tape for this featherweight feature. Gabriel Braga, Fred Dupras. Braga still only 26 years of age. Dupras out of Canada is 31. Both men standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. Dupras weighed in slightly heavier. Reach advantage of 3 inches favoring the Brazilian Gabriel Braga. Dupras in that southpaw stance immediately throws a kick for Braga to consider and gets after the takedown attempt immediately.
Nice double. Stayed off his knees, kept his feet moving. Looking to body lock and trip now against Braga. Braga doing a great job of keeping his balance, using that whizzer. Dupras with good head position, looking to dig those knees into those thighs.
Man, Dupras is strong. You can see why he's a guillotine specialist with those lats on his back.
Huge upper body for a featherweight.
Nice.
Good read with that leg. Folded the left leg of Braga.
There's the guillotine right there. Arm in guillotine here. Braga fighting the hands, trying to protect his neck. Dupras going to soften him up a little more, make the adjustment, trying to find the cinch. He's got it tight. He's under the chin.
And he's got
it very tight.
This is a nasty choke.
Very, very tight guillotine, arm in guillotine.
Braga trying to elevate his hips, give himself a better angle.
Braga's hanging on. He's got a hand in the grip, I think. He's got a little separation. Dupras trying to pull it back in here, but I think Braga might slide out. Oh my goodness.
That is tight. Wow.
Dupras regrips the legs.
not conceding.
Dupras's got to be careful. He crowned out. Braga crowned out. How much gas in those arms from that long a squeeze?
That was about a 60-second squeeze for Dupras. And this is where Braga likes to work. Elbows back for all the PFL fighters as part of this tournament.
Well, Braga was breathing through his eyelids there for a while.
Breathing through something.
Beautiful straight right hand stuck through the guard of Dupras, who's trying to toss his legs up and get an angle on an armbar. Braga might be trying to prove a point here after that nasty guillotine.
Trying to get a second hook. He's secured. Good for that. Good back position now. Braga going to work on Dupras's neck.
I think he's too high. I think he's too high on the back.
Dupras slid down, got his hips down. He's getting too low to get an angle on the choke for Braga.
Braga might look to take top position here.
Gonna have to be careful not to let Dupras spin around in his guard.
And there's the risk of putting those hooks in and locking himself into that grappling position.
Floats over back to the top, on the back, Gabriel Braga. No slouch in the grappling department. Tries the short choke, more of a crank here. Under a minute now in the first round of this featherweight contest.
He's got it tight. Can't tell if he's under the chin. Good hand control by Dupras.
He's just going to squeeze across the face.
Face crank here.
Oh, he's got it.
He's got it tight. Got the tap. Wow.
Gabriel Braga submits Fred Dupras and advances in the Featherweight World Tournament. Look how tight this was.
Very, very tight guillotine. He crowns out, get his head out. And now Dupras, how much gas left in those arms after over a minute squeezing. Here's the grounded pound by Gabriel Braga, picking his shots, staying out of trouble. There's the adjustment. Got it locked on tight. Again, Dupras doing a great job of not making this easy. The hand fighting with Dupras. Slides it in, locks it in. Now he's cranking the face. And there's the tap.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner via rear naked choke at 4 minutes, 37 seconds of round one. Rio de Janeiro's very own Gabriel
Braga, the man on a mission.
This welterweight fight will close out the early card. Here's your tail to tape from Muhammad Berkamov and Thad Jean. Berkamov is 31 years of age. Thad Jean, 5 years younger at 26. Jean, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, makes him the taller fighter here. Both men weighed in at that welterweight limit of 171 pounds. And as is often the case, the taller fighter, Thad Jean, with the reach advantage here. This time it's 3 inches. Let's pick up the action in round one.
Winner of this fight will advance to face the winner of our main event tonight, Jason Jackson and Andrey Koreshkov.
There's a nice front kick there by Thad Jean. I think he's looking to try and split these punches. Look, he keeps slipping his head off to the center line. I think he's going to try and slip and counter at the same time.
Switching his stances here for Jean. Berkamov showed a level change. That
Tickled him.
gets a little bit of a smile back.
Watch for this straight right pop from Thad Jean. You can see how he's holding his hand right under his chin. I think he's expecting to slip and counter.
Nasty inside leg kick there from Berkamov. Off balance, Jean landed a lead hook as well. Good snatch signal here for Berkamov. Thad Jean's got his neck for now. High elbow guillotine attempt.
Nice head outside single by Berkamov. Thad Jean tight on the guillotine, trying to cinch it up.
Oh, he's got it.
He's got it very tight. Berkamov's got to roll to alleviate the pressure. Nice scramble by Jean here.
Berkamov able to create an angle and break that grip. Nasty right hand from Jean, who's trying to keep Berkamov from settling back in. 2 minutes gone here in round number one.
That was a good warning shot from Jean to Berkamov. Don't take me down because I'm going to attack your neck.
Good exchange there, both men.
Oh, nice little inside kick. That's the second time he's landed that and taken Jean's feet out from underneath him.
Good slip there from Berkhamov. Stayed out of trouble. Big deep breath from Thad Jean.
Still looking for that straight right. Oh, nice level change again, but great defense. What reaction.
Lightning quick reflexes there from Jean. Good sprawl. Berkhamov couldn't waste the energy of committing to that takedown attempt. He knew he didn't have it.
Berkhamov reached for that one a little bit. He didn't move his feet, he just bent and reached his hands. That can get you in trouble.
Good check hook there from Thad Jean on the left hand. Berkhamov hit him with something. Got him wobbling a bit. Misses the knee, does the Russian. Another sharp inside leg kick. Thad Jean's going to have to find a way to address that. Sharp left hand straight from Berkhamov. Thad Jean maybe showing a little too much, reacting a little too heavily to that reach for the single. Berkhamov's going to try to time a knee off it. Both of these guys so incredibly fast at 170 pounds.
There's that slip counter, you see. He's trying to get to the outside of the jab of Berkhamov. Beautiful body kick.
Anytime Berkhamov wants to step in to engage, Thad Jean is already throwing something, making it impossible for the Russian to build combinations. He tries overhand left instead. Back to the long lead hand that we saw at the start of the fight with Berkhamov.
We're going to see the slip, throws the right, and the left follows it. Hits right on the chin of Berkhamov. He follows it up with some heavy hammer fists. And the referee's seen enough, steps in and stops the fight. There's the slip, the right hand, and the left right on the chin. Perfect shot by Thad Jean. Puts Berkhamov on his back. He finishes it off with a couple of solid hammer fists.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by knockout, 4 minutes and 25 seconds into round one, the Silver Pack, Thad Jean.
I don't care who you are, what your name is, what your record is. I don't care if you are the main event or if you are starting to fight off or kicking them off. When you're in a cage with Thad Jean, the silverback, I'm going to win. I'm going to put you out. I'm going to do what I got to do. Ooh.
Let's get back to more of the 2025 PFL World Tournament from the iconic Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Tail of the tape for a featherweight feature between Jeremy Kennedy and Movlid Khaybulaev. Kennedy, 32 years of age. Khaybulaev, the former PFL champion, is 34. Kennedy much taller, standing 5 feet 11 inches. Movlid only 5'6", but only a very slight reach advantage favoring Kennedy here. 71 inches to 70 for the Russian Khaybulaev. Let's pick up the action in round one.
Nice pressure by Kennedy, keeping him on his back foot, keeping Khaybulaev backing up.
So Khaybulaev, as he was backing up, Kennedy landed a right hand and wallowed Khaybulaev there.
Khaybulaev looked so surprised that he was hurt for a moment.
Kennedy did a great job of not allowing himself to get thrown there.
Settled his hips in, applied Kennedy's hips right to the back of Khaybulaev's hips and took that power away from him.
Eric Miksic in the corner of Jeremy Kennedy, asking him to back out and strike.
Yeah, we're going to see that elbow coming over the top in a minute. Coming in, there it is. Nice. Oh, legs went.
Movlid Khaybulaev finding himself in some trouble early. Just over a minute gone in the first round.
Kennedy looking for a little Metzger here. He's seeing his hand come through and trying to capture the hips of Khaybulaev.
Little work to the midsection from Kennedy.
Double overhooks now for Khaybulaev.
Kennedy tries a knee, doesn't quite get to the chin of Movlid Khaybulaev.
Yeah, I think 2 times now Kennedy's had Movlid hurt. Anytime he can create some space to strike or land elbows, it's gonna
nice rip to the body.
Yeah, nice.
And the uppercuts, Movlid rips back. They beat 2 more. Kennedy's got Movlid Khaibulaev on wobbly legs.
3 times here. Wow.
Khaibulaev, blood trickling from the nose, looks over to his corner that includes Magomed Karimov, a 2-time welterweight champion in the PFL.
Look at the blood from the nose of Khaibulaev.
Body lock attempt here by Khaibulaev. Got the over-under. Nice counter, repummel by Jeremy Kennedy.
Every time Movlid digs that left underhook in though, he's for the elbow.
Gorgeous elbow from Kennedy, and Khaibulaev swinging with some desperation. He tries a leaping knee, wasn't able to lunge far enough to make it land. Kennedy back into this tight quarters position here.
Here we go, look, Khaibulaev with the left underhook again. He's available for the elbow again. Every time he digs that underhook, there's no defense on that side.
Kennedy uses that left shoulder, pops his head up, and swings that right elbow through. That will land.
There it is again, and again from Kennedy.
Boom! Very, very nice tactics inside here by Jeremy Kennedy.
We have never seen Movlid Khaibulaev in this situation. 21-0 with 1 no contest. Head kick attempted there for Khaibulaev. They do call him killer for a reason, but he is in serious trouble in this first round.
He does not have his legs under him.
No, not at all.
That nose might be broken. He keeps pawing at it, and it is bleeding severely. Finally, a right hand might have snuck through.
Nice patience by Kennedy, not smothering his punches, staying in range, picking his shots.
That was a good low kick as well.
Tactically picking Movlid Khaibulaev off.
This is one of the best rounds of Jeremy Kennedy's career.
Big takedown.
Lift and down.
Khaibulaev looks tired here.
Let's pick up the action in round number 2. That right hand wobbled Kennedy. Who's now on top and elbowing the side of Jeremy Kennedy's head.
Kennedy's trying to build up.
That was a vicious right hand by Khaibulaev.
That was vicious.
Kennedy able to work back to his feet here. Now the knee again from Khaibulaev and an elbow. Another from the Russian. Good head movement here from Kennedy. Lands a right hand there. Blood now from the hairline of Jeremy Kennedy. Halfway through round number 2. Swinging back and forth like a pendulum is the momentum of this fight.
Kennedy looking over to his corner and nodding. He's listening to them. He's going to press the button.
Pulls the legs out of Kennedy.
And that's going to give Khaibulaev confidence.
Looking for that seatbelt, trapping that wrist of Jeremy Kennedy and looking for him to drive his hips over that.
Let's pick up the action in round 3. Both men have been in trouble in this fight. Both men have been on the brink of a finish in this fight. Kennedy giving no quarter here. Khaibulaev asking none. Last 10 seconds.
What a great fight. What a great fight.
Final few seconds, Movlid's able to shrug under and get to the back. And we go to the judges' scorecards.
Wow.
Round 3, incredibly hard to score.
Very difficult.
Round 2, clearly a victory for Movlid Khaibulaev. And the number one question I have,
10-8 in the first round for Jeremy Kennedy could be the difference.
Suleiman Miranda scores the fight 29-28 in favor of Kennedy. Jason Grenier scores the fight 29-28 in favor of Kabulayev. And Michael Tate scores the fight 29-28. Your winner by split decision, moving on to the semifinals of the PFL World Tournament. Movlin Killer
Kabulayev moves on to the featherweight semifinal. Here is your tale of the tape for Joseph Luciano and Logan Storley in a welterweight bout. Luciano, 33 years of age, the former Bellator champion. Storley, 32. Luciano, the taller fighter here, standing 6 feet even. Reach advantage for the Australian as well. Let's pick up the action in round 3.
Final round. You ready? You ready? Fight!
Logan Storley trying to avoid that kick from Joseph Luciano. See if Luciano can make something happen here in round 3. A lot of control from Storley so far, and here he goes again.
Wow. Hot knife through butter springs to mind. That was beautiful again.
Nice waist tackle. Wasn't even a double, really. Just got right to his waist. Come around behind him, picked him up and ragdolled him to the mat.
Stop on his calf. Stop on his foot. That back leg.
Luciano trying to build the base. Logan Storley, hook buried deep on that right leg, right side.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good leg ride at the moment. He's let go of it now, but I think he's got the wrist at the same time on the same side. No doubt he's going to try and get Luciano on his back, on his shoulders again, so he can try and work that arm triangle.
Live odds heavily in the favor of Logan Storley, minus 4,000 favorite at this point in the fight, having banked 2 rounds already. 90 seconds gone in round 3. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Randy Couture. Beside the PFL Smart Cage, also in the building, Kennedy Smith, newest member of our broadcast team. Jonathan Coachman and Ian Parker hanging out.
Back up for a moment. How long does he stay on his feet? Straight back down to the floor. With that tight waist, trying to collapse the base of Luciano down.
Using that tight waist and those knees, driving off those toes and running those knees into his backside. Keep his weight forward, keep taking his base away from him.
I learned that tight waist at Team Quest in Oregon back in the day, a long time ago.
Probably the hard way from Ryan Schultz.
Yes, exactly that.
From Matt Lindland.
Yep, Lindland, Ed Herman. That was a big shot. Luciano's looking drained here.
I've never had the pleasure of training at Killcliff Mixed Martial Arts, but watching this makes me never want to go on a grappling day if Logan Storley's in the building.
Absolutely.
Just every time Joseph Luciano builds himself a little something, a small glimmer of hope, it's just a mat return, it's more pressure, the base gets taken away. Storley using that wrestling experience to dominate this fight.
It's like Luciano might be trying to invert for an ankle lock here, but I think Storley's wise to it.
If you're cage side, you're Masayuki Kikuiri sitting and watching and seeing what Logan Storley is doing to Joseph Luciano right now, Randy. What's your thought process knowing that he's your likely next matchup.
Yeah, he knows you got to stop those takedowns. You've got to be able to counter sprawl and scramble out of those situations and not allow Logan Storley to establish a top position. He's going to wrist ride you to death.
El Mudo Jesus Pinedo, one half of our co-main event, coming up next.
1 minute, Logan, 1 minute.
Warming up. See that Peruvian flag behind him, first ever major mixed martial arts champion from the country of Peru.
So discouraging every time you get some build. It's just broken down again. I would love to know what's going through the mind of Kikurini right now, because he's sitting right at the side of the cage looking through the fence.
Credit to Joseph Luciano. A lot of guys in fights like these, especially when someone's on your back, you can find your way out of it relatively easy. He's fighting all the way to the end here.
20 seconds.
A very grinding performance by Logan Storley tonight.
Couple of left hands from Storley. You hear the clapper for the final few seconds. We'll go to the judges' scorecards in this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we turn to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored the fight 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, Logan Storley.
Here is your co-main event tale of the tape. Jesus Pinedo, the former PFL Featherweight champion, 28 years of age. Ádám Borics, the longtime Bellator contender, is 31. Both men standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. Weighing in almost the same 1 pound advantage here for Borics. 3 inches on the arms. That advantage belongs to Jesus Pinedo. Co-main event underway. Jesus Pinedo in the white trunks, Ádám Borics in the dark. Southpaw stance for Pinedo.
Little smile from Pinedo there when he blocked that head kick. This was quite a patient start for him.
Got a lot of respect for Ádám Borics, who does have an impressive resume. Those 19 victories we talked about. Mads Burnell on his list. Aaron Pico on his list. Jeremy Kennedy, who just turned in an incredible performance against Mavlid Haibulayev in a loss. Borics beat all of them.
A lot of movement here for Jesus Pinedo so far. He keeps drifting to the outside of that lead foot of Ádám Borics, which is forcing Borics to back up. You see it there. Oh!
Looks like a clash of heads there.
I think that was a counter right hand from Borics, to be honest, Sean. There it is again. He keeps backing up and setting. What? Look at his back foot. Look how he sets his back foot, so he's always ready to fire. I love the fact that his heel's never on the floor. Look at that.
That time he ripped the high kick, which Pinedo's already seen a couple times. There's a straight left from Pinedo, but counter right hand from Borics. Little swelling already showing on the left cheek of Jesus Pinedo.
Counter left hook there from Borics was very nice.
Chopping left right from Pinedo as well on that exchange.
Now Pinedo trying to goad Borics into a little bit more of a brawl, which of course is something that he likes to do. Borics not quite as much. Going to be hard to get an experienced fighter like Borics to fall for that trick.
He's very technical, Borics.
Good left hand right combination from Jesus Pinedo.
Looks like Borics is trying to swipe with a right hook across the chin of Pinedo.
Now Pinedo's starting to get his measurements, his distance, landing a couple here. Feint from both. Borics tried to chop away at that lead leg. Pinedo bouncing around nicely here. Good right hook.
Yeah, a little counter right hook was nice. And nice with the left hand as well for Pinedo.
Pinedo's looking at that 3-2 combination now in this open stance. Southpaw for Pinedo, orthodox for Borics. Changed the dynamics of that lead hand battle. Lightning fast on those kicks. Borics brings some significant power as well. Good check hook again from Borics. Oh! Now we're landing here in the first round.
Pinedo gets the left hand through. Borics is down. And Andrey is hammering away with the right hand. Borics builds up, but it's not enough. Jesus Pinedo in the first round.
Wow.
Holy cow.
That was impressive. That was impressive.
There's the watch party in Peru, and Jesus Pinedo came over to our broadcast position and gave the universal sign for the discount double check. Give me a belt.
That was fascinating to watch. Really interesting, really well played by Pinedo. Constantly playing the game on the outside, drifting to the outside of the foot with his lead. Very clever work.
And that is the problem if you're fighting Jesus Pinedo. Ádám Borics did a lot of really nice things in the early goings of this fight. But if that left hand touches you, or the right hand counter for that matter,
boom,
check
there's the right.
And then he just kept the pressure on.
Once he had him hurt, he just stayed in the pocket.
Beautiful short left hand across the chin by the look of it. Was the last thing that caught Borics before he went down. There it is.
Yeah, right inside.
He's going to land it again in a moment. Here it comes. There it is.
There, right there. Wow. That's the one. Short little choppy left.
And there's a look through the ref cam. Borics did not like this stoppage one bit, as he did build his base back. There's the Pinedo watch party in Peru.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by TKO. 3 minutes and 43 seconds into the first round. El Mudo Jesus Pinedo.
The nickname means the mute. He speaks loudly with his actions in the fight. Time now for the tail of the tape. In our main event of the evening, Jason Jackson versus Andrey Koreshkov, two former Bellator champions squaring off in the first ever PFL World Tournament. Both men 34 years of age, both men 6 feet 1 inch tall, both men weighing in at 171 pounds. The only difference here is the reach. Jason Jackson with the long arms and the 4-inch advantage.
Sir, are you ready? Sir, are you ready? Fight!
Second round action in our main event. Koreshkov versus Jackson. Koreshkov in the black trunks. Inside leg kick is checked. Jackson throws another. Good level change here from Koreshkov, trying to chase around the corner. Jackson with the body lock, not letting it happen.
Some control of the ankle there by Jason Jackson. That's really going to slow Koreshkov turning that corner.
It's not going to let him get to the proper angle to turn the corner and finish that double, or that single. There's the double now. Good ankle control by Jackson.
Thad Gene looking on cage side. In fact, when these guys walked out, he was talking trash. He was shouting into the cage. I don't know what he was saying to either of them. Good heavy sprawl here from Jackson. Walks his feet along the cage.
Great defense here by Jackson so far. Still on the ankle. Koreshkov's trying to build up. Now he's got a bit of space, but now you can see the cradle under the leg.
Jackson making Koreshkov carry a lot of weight, spend a lot of energy underneath Jackson, trying to find a way to peek out, find some daylight to finish the takedown.
Give him a short pull.
Koreshkov trying to nice thing here. Jackson working around to the back. Trying to handcuff on that right arm of Koreshkov, and then he kicks the leg out from underneath the Russian.
Nice. Jason Jackson slowly creeping around to the back now. He's going to try and get that arm on the other side of Koreshkov's head so he can start to attack the neck. That's why Koreshkov's holding onto that wrist for so much control here.
2-on-1 defense here for Koreshkov, keeping that left arm of Jason Jackson.
Elbow over his head. Elbow over his head. Keep it up. Get on top when you can. Get on top.
Jason Jackson on top here. Tries to step over, but he rushed it.
Full mount here. Koreshkov gets the corners, trying to find some hand control and find his way to his feet.
Nice elbow to the side of the head by Jackson.
Well, now Jackson able to start snaking his arm around the neck. Thinks better of it and goes to the strikes instead.
Jackson right in his corner as well. Can hear his coaches talking him through these positions.
Koreshkov with the tripod.
Good job, Jason Jackson. Use your legs. Make sure you're using your legs.
Nifty little short uppercut from behind Koreshkov. Jackson popped the chin up.
Good work with the right hand. Nice work with the ankle.
Beautiful little trick by Jason Jackson.
That was in the back of the head.
Keith Peterson that says that was in the back of the head. It opened up a cut as well. Koreshkov bleeding from the back of his scalp. And that is it. That cut is in exactly the area they tell you not to hit. So no disputing that.
Hold on. I need it. No, there was two before that. No. Come in. The cut.
I would say that the cut's in a legal place.
All right, so
It would have to be lower down
so,
if it was in an
but
illegal
the
place.
cut's in a decent place, but the elbows.
Looks like we're
we're started up here. Roughly 4.5 minutes of stoppage time, and we'll get 5 minutes exactly, I'm told, of stoppage time. Well adjudicated by Keith Peterson. Everyone on the same page. No point taken. Nasty low calf kick again from Jason Jackson on the restart.
Yeah, he's really doing some good work on that lead leg.
Nice elbow
as well.
Full mount.
Jackson now raining elbows from this top position. Koreshkov blocking but not improving his position. Now he gets to one hip. Jackson switches around to the back.
He's got this. He's got it tight.
That's tight. Jackson squeezing.
Got a weird angle, but it's tight.
Goes out. Jason Jackson victorious in the main event.
That was a very impressive performance by Jason Jackson.
Koreshkov waking back up. And it begs the question, Dan, it happened so quickly after the restart. Was Koreshkov really ready to get going again?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too, Sean. Because he took him down with ease, and he'd had trouble taking him down all the other attempts in the fight. He scrambled, he had good balance and good control.
Here we go again. Drives through on the takedown. Very nice. He's going to pass the knee line. He's going to move forward past the knee line. Straight into a mount position. There we go. Now he's got control of the upper body. He's going to land some strikes. That's going to force Koreshkov to start turning away. You see Jason drop his leg behind there. Wraps up with the neck. There's the grip around the neck. That goes under the side. You can see Jason playing with the wrists here. As soon as he's got the grip on the neck, he pulls his hand out, meets his hands together. There's the figure 4. Beautiful work. Look how tight that is. And you can see Koreshkov just fast asleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by technical submission on a rear naked choke, 4 minutes and 21 seconds into round 2. Moving on to the semifinals of the PFL World Tournament, the ass-kicking machine, Jackson!
First of all, I want to thank God and thank Wagner Roach. I've been working my jiu-jitsu, and I promise him there's going to be more submission this year.
So they'll talk, but they'll smile. Face to face, head to head. Semi-final matchup between the ass-kicking machine and Thad Gene. Little intensity now after all those smiles. Good thing Ray Cefo's there to oversee it. Thank you for watching. We will see you next Friday for more first-round action from the 2025 PFL World Tournament as bantamweights and women's flyweights take center stage. Go to PFLMMA.com for the latest information on the Professional Fighters League around the globe. For Randy Couture, Dan Hardy, Kennedy Smith, Jonathan Coachman, and Ian Parker, I'm Sean O'Connell. Stay well, everybody.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now to the PFL MMA YouTube channel.